What is up, everybody, and welcome once again to the Unrelated Sports Podcast. I should probably hide my mic out of the shot here, but I am Andy McConnell, and with me, as always, is my buddy, Mr. Cody Allstead. Cody, how we doing?
We're doing great. Glad to be back. Feels like it's been forever.
Yeah. Hey, this time we
I
were.
know.
The reason
I
we
know
were
there's
gone
probably
is
hundreds of thousands.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
No, there's probably hundreds of thousands of people questioning where we would been, but we'll answer in due time.
Yeah. Just had some family stuff going on, so we're all good.
Yep.
Now. We're in the clear now.
There was one we did miss. The first day we missed was actually my fault. It was my and my wife's 2-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
So
I can't believe Courtney has put up with
thank
you for 2 years.
She's put up with. I can't either. Only 70 more to go.
Yeah.
Or more. Who knows?
Forever and ever and ever.
Forever.
Yeah.
You heard Meatloaf's Praying for the End of Time? It's a good song. This is Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. And yeah.
Okay. Now this past weekend, did you have a good Father's Day?
I had a very good Father's Day. Got myself, wife and kids got me a Ridge wallet.
Oh, nice.
Miami Dolphins one, so
nice.
That was pretty sweet.
Nice. What else you guys do? You guys do anything else big?
Got out golfing. Went to both Courtney and my parents' house. Just had a nice little Father's Day. Got to golf, but we played some. It's Courtney and I versus my father-in-law and my brother-in-law, and we did just 2-on-2 best ball, and Courtney and I got dominated. It was fun.
Oh yeah, that's always a fun feeling.
I think we lost by 8 strokes through 9 holes.
Was your putting better or worse than Rory's on Sunday?
Well, depends on when. Because for a little while, Rory's putter was hot.
That's true.
And then it was not.
That is also true. So before we get into my weekend, should we dive into that? Should we dive into the U.S.
Yeah, let's just go for it. Because once again, we didn't get to do our major championship preview. Just happenstance. It sucks because we're both big golf fans.
Yeah,
and for Andy, it really sucks.
Yeah, I would have been right. I mean, I was right anyway, but then people on the pod sphere here could have heard me because I picked Bryson DeChambeau to win.
He did.
Yeah.
I will give him credit. As much as neither of us wanted to pick a live guy, Andy did, and I believe my pick going into it was Morikawa, who made a little run early but faltered.
Yeah. But for about 13 holes on Sunday, I didn't think Bryson was going to win.
No, I did not either.
He was driving the ball like I do, just not as far. But for me,
you mean a lot farther than you? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I was meaning as in he hits the ball about twice as far as I do. But he was spraying and praying, and that's normally my game.
Yeah, I mean he was playing some military golf there. You'll left, right, left.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you do pay for the whole course for 18 holes, so you might as well go explore it all.
Well, he got paid for the whole course.
That is true. His putter, though, I will say, it was his saving grace, probably all.
Oh yeah, his chipping was too. Yeah. He made some miraculous saves. I think he made a chip in on 5. Was it 5? It wasn't on Sunday, but earlier in the week that was beautiful. It didn't look like it was going to go. It was just slow. It rolled and curved in and just beautiful.
Well, and then Sunday, I think it was on 9, he had maybe a 15, 20-foot putt for par and nothing but the center of the cup. And it's kind of like when you're making putts like that, it's like, okay, this might be your day. And then Rory decided, not for a minute, I want my first major in 10 years.
I can't believe it's been 10 years. That is craziness.
Yeah, it doesn't that does not make sense to me at all.
I mean, especially for somebody somebody might come on after 10, 15 years like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you've seen that happen. But to see a guy who won, I believe it was 4 of his first 15 majors that he was in, and then he hasn't won another one in 10 years. And it's not like he's been a bad golfer in that time. He's ranked number 2 in the world. Has he been number 1 at all during that stretch? I believe he has.
I think he has. Yeah.
And to not win a major and to have been so close multiple times now.
Oh, especially a couple of years ago, him and all he had to do was learn how to putt on Sunday at the Open at St. Andrews, and he would have beaten Cam Smith.
Yeah.
Except he couldn't putt at all.
And
now,
once again, this week, to miss what was on
16
hole 16, he missed a 2.5 footer.
Yeah, 2.5, 3 feet. Yeah.
And then on 18, at least it would have forced a playoff if he would have made that. And I mean, it would have looked like he would have won at the time, because at least as soon as DeChambeau hit his first 2 shots, and you don't know what's going to happen. Does DeChambeau play as aggressively? Does he play more aggressively than if he makes it? Because Rory missed a 3'9" putt, just lipped it out and put it in for bogey.
And that's what I was going to say is, like, if Rory makes that putt and Bryson knows he has to at least match to get to go into a playoff, yeah, his mind's probably thinking a little bit more there of like after the shot that he has to hit underneath the tree, maybe he tries going for the green then instead to try to go for the win, maybe instead of just going for the bunker and playing for the tie. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I was happy because I won some money with betting on Bryson, with Bryson winning, but I was seeing Rory afterward, like, it was so dejecting. And then the fact that didn't stick around for any media interviews and he just peeled out.
Yeah, I saw Scott Van Pelt kind of bash that a little bit.
Yeah,
because like he was showing some other major, at least, collapses. I don't know. Andy and I think we disagree. You didn't think it was a collapse. It was just.
Yeah, it was just. I don't know. It's hard.
I thought of it as a collapse, but he wasn't leading going into it, so it's. I get it.
Yeah, like, it wasn't like a Jordan Spieth collapse or like a Rory had Augusta collapse.
Right.
It was. I don't know. It was just weird how everything transpired. Yeah,
because like at the same time, DeChambeau looked like he was collapsing at the same point.
He hit 6 fairways all day. I think that's what the number was.
That's not good.
No, especially at a U.S.
I
Open.
mean, it's good enough to win an Open, I guess, the U.S. Open.
Yeah. But especially at the U.S. Open, where you need to hit fairways, you are punished if you don't.
Yeah,
it's completely different from any other tournament. And now I will say, and speaking of Bryson,
it was fun to watch, to see these golfers struggle. Some, and still some players posted a lot lower scores than I expected.
Oh, I thought the winning score would have been 2 over, like 2 over par. And I think
believe
Bryson won at 6 under,
6
or 5, something like that.
He parred the last hole. He was 6 under.
Okay.
I think me and you said 2 over. I said even par. I believe our friend Catman said -4, so he was closer.
Yeah, darn you, Kalen.
But
Kalen did.
You had the right guy. He didn't.
Yeah, I had. Let's see. I had Bryson. You had Morikawa, so you at least were in contention for the most part. And Kalen had Victor Hovland, and I think Victor left way before Rory did. Just going on.
Yeah.
Poor Victor.
He did. He did not have a good round.
How surprised were you by Scotty Scheffler?
Well, first of all, when he finished on Friday, I thought he was done for the weekend. I did not think he was 5 over at that time, and I thought it was saying the cut line was going to be projected at 3 over. So he didn't play very well, obviously, compared to his standards, which is the best golfer in the world. The fact that he made the cut was surprising to me, but I don't think he earned making the cut. He just, I mean, golf is a humbling sport. The best player in the world isn't, I mean, unless you're Tiger Woods, you're not always going to make the cut.
Yeah.
But I was shocked. I was kind of expecting him to be in contention. Even Friday, after he made the cut on Friday, I expected to see him move up that leaderboard quite a bit, honestly. But it just never happened.
You know, that is the thing at the U.S. Opens. The course only gets more difficult as you go on. And, like, sometimes the guys who are, you know what, they might suck. The guys who go out early, like, on a Saturday, they can make a run and then put themselves right in contention.
That's true. Conditions are huge in that.
Yeah. Now, I will say, I didn't think Scotty was going to win even going into it. I don't know, just didn't have a good vibe going in. I know he just won at Jack's tournament the week before and everything, but I don't know, I just was not feeling Scotty at all, especially just with the way sometimes how his driver can be, especially with the way how his feet is. That's why I thought, like, it's probably going to be a longer hitter with, like, a Rory or, like, a Bryson that are going to
which was true. Rory, dude, he can pound the ball.
And he's not tall. Like, I can't remember how tall. Actually, I'm going to look that up quick. But, like, he's not a big guy. Even if you look at him in stature compared to Bryson, like, Bryson, it's understandable. He's
Bryson's a pretty ripped guy. Which was Bryson used to be kind of a scrawny guy, wasn't he?
He did, and then, like, I think, like, it was either during or right before the pandemic, he, like, got, like, jacked. Like, all he started eating was just meat and a lot of protein.
Okay, well, it's worth. And I think me and you were talking about this. Bryson was kind of a hated guy in the golf world for a little while, but what a 180 that dude has made. Like, he's making it hard for me to dislike him as a live guy. And, like, I don't like the live, but, like, there was that scene of him throwing a ball to a kid and some grown man kind of swiped it. And he yelled at that guy and made him give that ball back to the kid. And it's just like, man, you make it hard for me to hate you.
I know. And
he did a complete 180.
Well, and I think it finally clicked. Maybe his PR team finally talked to him, but I think it finally clicked of, oh, hey, I'm supposed to actually be, like, kind of a role model-ish. And a lot of these people are, especially kids, are coming to watch me, like, perform and play. And I think I would love it if a lot more people were like that, in all honesty. Because a lot of guys, especially golfers, you know, they're more just head down. They're not giving high fives to anybody. They're just kind of keeping a tunnel vision, basically. And it's like, you are playing for other people here, like it is.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the patrons, you wouldn't be here. Like, there would be no sport. I mean, the sport would be there still, but, like, there wouldn't be the money in it. It wouldn't be your career.
It'd be like the guys that are playing on the Live Tour right now who are playing in front of, like, 10 people.
Right.
They're still getting paid, but they're only having, like, maybe 100,000 people watch them on a daily basis compared to, I think, a normal PGA event. I think it's like 2 million or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then the majors get a lot more.
Yeah. So, Bryson's average finish this year in majors is 3, and he's not on the Olympic team, which is nuts.
That is insane. I mean, but from majors alone, we looked it up today, and he is ranked in the top 10. Or I think he was ranked 10th in the world through those 3 events. Yeah. And this year.
And for those who don't know, like, for the official world golf rankings, like, basically the Live Tour gets none. It's just how it is.
You don't get any. It's only PGA tournaments that get you rankings.
Which is insane that Bryson can do that just by playing 3 majors. But kudos to him.
Yeah, like I said, he's kind of making me a fan of him unwillingly.
I know.
And plus he does have he does some videos with Paige.
Sporadic?
Yeah, and that makes me like him a little bit more too.
Why's that, Cody?
Oh, she's a good golfer.
Yes, she is. That's the main reason why people watch her.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, for those who don't know, just Google Paige
look her
Sporadic. Yeah, just look her up. You'll understand.
Yep. She's, I believe, is she like the second most followed golfer in the world, or is she number one? Like I think she's one of the top. I know she's one of the top. The only one I could think of that might have more followers is Tiger.
And I think she even has more than Tiger, in all honesty.
Probably. For a couple of reasons.
Yeah, just a couple.
Yeah.
Again, for those who don't know, just look it up. You might thank us later.
Yes, she's one of the pages I follow for sure.
Yeah. I guess, Cody, so we'll stick with kind of the women theme here too, and then I'll finally get into my main part of the weekend. But so Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese got into it again. Just a little bit.
Yeah. According to Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark has a special whistle. I'm not going to say it was like egregious foul because it was a foul you see a lot.
Yep.
But it was a good called foul on her. Like it was 100% something that should have been called. And so to say that like she only got that call because she is Caitlin Clark is ridiculous. Angel Reese really needs she needs to do what Bryson DeChambeau did and like humble herself somehow.
Just a smidge.
Yeah. But Caitlin Clark once again got the better of her. Actually, as of tonight, the Fever are on a 3-game win streak.
They did. They beat Washington again tonight. I think Caitlin had
18 points.
Oh, 18? Okay. 18 and I think 12 or 13 rebounds, which is pretty good.
And like eight assists, I think.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. No,
I think her and that is it Aaliyah Boston are really starting to like mesh well. They're starting to get their timing down. Like she had a couple of really beautiful assists, I think, today, or she did what she does and fed the ball through some tight spots, and
yep,
it was pretty cool to see.
Well, it's amazing what happens when you can actually practice instead of having just a game every other day.
Yeah,
might help the cause a little bit.
As of right now, the Fever are in the playoffs.
Which, for context, there are only 12 WNBA
12 teams.
And the top 8 make the playoffs, so they have 6 wins. They're like 6 and 8, and they're in the playoffs right now. But
6 and
still
10, I believe.
Oh, 6 and 10. Okay.
I believe they were 5 and 10 going into that.
Okay. So it's not like they're a great team, but still little baby steps, especially for probably the youngest team in the league.
And for going from the team that got the top pick 2 years in a row to jumping into the playoff picture is pretty good.
Yeah.
They're only going to get better.
And, I will say, just the one thing on the Angel foul, I agree with you. I don't think it was, like, malicious. There's no malicious intent.
No.
It's just one of those basketball plays where she went up for a block, she missed, and she swiped Caitlin in the head. So it's a flagrant foul. It just is.
Yeah.
And
definition.
Play on from there.
Yeah. You're not making yourself any friends as of right now. There's a lot of the WNBA isn't. Yeah. Because I don't think we talked about this, the fact that Caitlin Clark has been announced that she is not on the WNBA's Olympic roster.
Oh, for Team USA?
Team USA, yeah.
Yeah, which I can understand both sides of the coin, and in all honesty. Like, if you want to look truly at Caitlin's numbers this year, they're not top 12 worthy, but she's also the biggest name of women's basketball, and
yeah. Plus, like, the WNBA or like the players, they came out and said that part of the reason is because they didn't think that part of the reason that she did not make the team is because her millions of fans would be upset with her limited playing time.
Yeah.
That's not a good look. Like,
no. Now I will say,
but and I think there is a player or two I believe that should have been left off the roster for her. Like, you can spot it. I think one of the ladies on there is shooting like 37% from the field. Like, she's not. I don't remember who it was. I'll have to double check it, but.
Well, and I mean, there's even another shooter who plays for Dallas, I believe. Her name's Enrique Gumwale. Used to play for Notre Dame. Won the national championship on a buzzer beater. Very good shooter. I think she's averaging like maybe 28 points a game or something like that. She's one of the top scorers in the league, and she got left off. Now, I think she chose to be left off because of some other reasons. I think she said she just wanted to be a big like political game percent. Not actually for actual politics, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think. So, and I will say for Caitlin, it might be best that she didn't make the team for a couple of reasons. One, gives her more time just to, I don't know, unplug for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is good, or maybe her and her team can practice. And two, as we mentioned, she's not well-liked for some reason, more just jealousy by a lot of the older vets in the league. So, minus maybe about 2 or 3 people on that Team USA team, there'd probably be a lot of animosity toward her.
That's true. Like a lady whose records she's like about to break or might have broken for her first season. Like lady said that she was gonna.
Diana Taurasi?
Yes, was saying that like she has. She's gonna get humbled coming into the league, basically. Like, because now she's a third of the way through the first season and or maybe close to half, I guess. Not quite.
Yeah.
About to break her rookie record. Like she's got her foot in her mouth a little bit, and people don't like to own up to that. They double down instead a lot of the times.
I'm trying to think if Indiana's played Phoenix yet this year. I don't think they have. Maybe they have. I can't remember if they have or not. So, I mean, I just kind of want to see Diana versus Caitlin in that regard.
That would be fun.
On Sunday, Indiana plays Chicago again.
Do they really?
So yeah, loading up on the Caitlin versus Angel rivalry.
It makes sense. They're the 2 biggest names, especially as of when was it? Who was the number 2 pick? Just got hurt.
Cameron Brink. Yeah, she tore her ACL last night.
Yeah, out for the season.
Yeah, which is a shame. She was actually having a pretty decent year. Maybe not necessarily scoring, but defensively, yes.
Yeah. She was she had an injury history in college.
Yeah,
I believe.
When that happened to her, like I can't remember if she tore her ACL in college too. But yeah, I mean it's a tough break, especially for one of the rising stars in the league and becoming one of the more recognizable faces.
Yeah, well, she's also gorgeous. That helps.
That is true. That does help.
I mean, don't get me wrong, she's a great ball player. I'm just saying, being gorgeous does help. That's why me and you are taking off so well. We're obviously both gorgeous.
I don't look at the sex appeal here. It's just
right. Okay,
so
I do have some sex appeal on my shirt here.
Well, on your shirt, you got Carrie Underwood. And my shirt in the NASCAR world, I mean, Brian Blaney does have some like there's a saying like "moms for Blaney." Like I don't know, like he must be. It's like or cougars for Blaney. Like he's very we're very well liked in the female crowd.
All right. So is this kind of like your back to win? Never mind.
I know where you're going there.
I know you do, but I won't say that.
That's all good. Now, Cody, why am I wearing my Ryan Blaney shirt?
Well, I believe you were just at the Iowa Speedway this last weekend.
You would be correct, kind sir, because for the first time ever, the NASCAR Cup Series was at Iowa Speedway. Took 20 years. 20 long years. Should have been there way beforehand. But yes.
Will it be back?
I'm still holding my breath on that one. I don't trust NASCAR at all. But that's another topic for another day. But yeah, NASCAR finally came back to the Iowa Speedway. Me and my buddies Peyton and Raymond went to the ARCA race on Friday, the NASCAR Xfinity race on Saturday, and then the Cup Series race on Sunday. And all 3 races were a lot better than I thought they were going to be. Just because they just had repaved parts of the track, like only half of the corners, which
is weird.
Still looked really stupid. It looked really stupid.
I bet.
But no, they put on a good show. And one of the funny parts, so or they have it where you can rent headset scanners where you can listen to all the team communications
Okay.
and stuff throughout the weekend. And when we're watching the ARCA race, which for context, that's basically like if you want to go like of like the rankings in baseball. So you have like the major leagues. You have AAA, AA. ARCA would be more of your single A, like your very low tier. And there are some
Okay.
cars, some people out there that are basically just they're making laps. Like this is just they're doing this for fun. Like they're working like a plumber job, or not necessarily
Right.
that, but they're working their day job during the week, and then this is their hobby. Some of these cars were really slow. Like they were getting lapped about every 4 laps, which is really bad.
I wonder, is that the league that Mark Noble raced in for a while after he?
That one I couldn't tell you.
You know who Mark Noble is, don't you?
No, I do not.
Do you remember
No,
him?
honestly.
Okay.
No, I do not.
So this is going to throw back. I don't know if anybody listening remembers this, or because back in the day I used to go to the races a lot, dirt track races, and Mark Noble raced in modifieds, and he was kind of like a superstar in the local track area, like almost unbeatable. Like I remember seeing him get put to the back of the track or put to the back of the pack with like 4 laps left and passing the entire field
Holy cow.
unbelievably to win a race. Like, and he was dominant. I hated him, but he went because my favorite driver was a guy that worked for, or the son of one of my dad's coworkers. So like, and he was our mechanic and all this. So Dan Bohr, I really liked it.
I have his shirt. I don't know if I still do, but I used to have his shirt.
Dan Bohr was my favorite. So Mark Noble was his nemesis. You know, Dan Bohr was the best of the rest. Like, if Mark Noble wasn't there, Dan Bohr was probably going to win it. Very rarely could he beat Mark Noble, though. He was good, and I think he went to some kind of another level up.
Okay.
And I don't think he fared as well, but I never really looked into it.
Okay, I'll do some research on that.
But who won the ARCA race?
So the ARCA race is a young guy named Connor Zilic. They think he's like potentially could be the next big superstar. Like I think he's only maybe 18.
Okay.
But yeah, they think he has like he's slowly getting all the skills set where he could be like the next Jimmy Johnson basically.
Okay.
But no, it was funny because we're listening. They have it set where you can just have it set on a random scan. So like it'll pick up a scan every like 5 seconds or a radio communication of a driver. And a couple of the times it would pick up one of the guys that was running like almost in last. And the only word that I kept hearing from the spotter was just outside, outside, outside. Like, I don't know how that would be fun at all. Like just to ride around that slow and just basically be in the way.
You're saying that's slow, but like they're going fast. They're just not nearly as fast as the cars with the money. They're going faster than you've ever drove.
That's true. But okay, so let me rephrase that. Being that much off the pace, I don't know how fun that would be. But yeah, so that was fun. Then Saturday, we got there and it rained a little bit in the morning, so we missed Xfinity qualifying got canceled. So then we got to see Cup qualifying, and Kyle Larson, who's basically the fastest guy on earth right now, like he could hop in a lawnmower. I think I've said this before, and basically kick everybody's butt. He nipped my guy Ryan Blaney for the pole just at the last second, so that was a little disappointing. But then the Xfinity race was good. A kid by the name of Sam Mayer won. He's from Wisconsin. I can't remember where.
Okay.
But he's what? I think I heard on the broadcast he's won 6 of the last like 30 races in the Xfinity series. Yeah, so not bad. And then the Cup race on Sunday, where Larson had like the fastest car by a mile. Even though that Blaney led like 200 laps. Let's see, Larson had it where he was leading. He had to come in for an unscheduled pit stop because he thought he had a flat tire, so he had to restart in the back. in about 10, 15 laps into the next run, he was back inside the top 10 already. And this is in a field of 36 cars. Yeah,
Wow.
that boy was he was in his own zip code until he wrecked himself. Because he forced it 3 wide when he shouldn't have, and then he got taken out by Daniel Suarez, and that opened the ball game for everybody. And let's see, there was a caution with about 93 to go. Ryan Blaney and his crew took 2 tires, got the lead, and was able to hold on, and I was a nervous wreck for about the last 100 laps of that race.
Well, that's good. I'd like to see Andy being nervous.
Oh, yeah, Ray and Peyton were laughing at me just because my foot was shaking and stuff. And this was even with like 70 to go, just because in my mind, I knew what had a chance to happen, and I was just kept waiting for, okay, something stupid's going to happen. I've seen this happen already a couple times this year. But it didn't. And yeah, Blaney won. His mom is actually from just outside of Des Moines, so he had like 80 friends and family that were there. That actually
that's awesome.
Sitting like 30 rows below us in the same section. Didn't know it at the time until he said it in his post race interview. But yeah, it was a very fun weekend. I hope they come back. I really hope they come back. Now, there was one thing that got on my, not necessarily got on my nerves, but it would have if it would actually have happened.
You might have say it pestered you?
Yes. And this leads us to our Pest of the Week.
Our Pest of the Week is brought to you by Decora Pest Control. Call Cass and the guys. I don't know if he has any guys working for him yet or not. But for spraying for insects, he treats for mice and rats. He has monthly and quarterly service, and he inspects for wood-eating insects. Call Cass at 563-419-3251.
Yeah, look.
Andy, I'm going to let you say Pest of the Week.
Okay, our Pest of the Week here. People who leave sporting events early. I don't get it. I do not get it at all. So there's about 15 laps to go in the race, and Ryan Blaney is leading William Byron, who drives a 24 car. And some people in our section are within about a row or two of us who are wearing William Byron gear start to leave with about 15 to go when their guy's in second. You never do. I mean, I could maybe understand doing it in a football game or a baseball game or a basketball game where the score is like a 40-point game with 2 minutes left, and there's not going to be a comeback at all. However, this is a NASCAR race where you're going to get, the chances are that you're going to get a caution are actually more likely than not. It's just how things go. So you never know what could happen. So I hate people that are like that. And then after the race, after I drop off our headsets and I go and meet Ray and Peyton at the truck as we're waiting in the parking lot just trying to get out, because again, it's a sporting event, you're going to have to wait for a bit. Those guys tell me that when they saw those people leaving with about 15 to go, they were thinking about doing the same thing. And if they would have done that, I would have come uncorked. I would have said, okay, fine, leave. And I would have probably just gotten an Uber. I would have hitchhiked all the way back to Urbandale, because that's where we were staying. I hate people like that. I really do.
I don't understand it. Even I know what you're saying. Even at football games or whatever, I don't care. You paid for the seats. Yeah, you're there and some of the most miraculous plays happen. I remember there was so many people had left before the miracle in Miami, and then they missed out on one of the greatest plays in the Dolphins' history. You can say that for every team, they've had a great last moment. Even if you're getting blown out, there are still some cool things that can happen sometimes.
Well, you get to see the guys who don't,
or something you'll never see again.
Like half the time, that's always when the backups are in, so you get to see somebody doing something either crazy or stupid. Maybe somebody will run onto the field. I mean, I know at a racetrack it's harder, but
that would be dangerous. That'd be funny.
It would.
That'd be cool, but
I've seen people climb the fence before and actually sit up on the fence.
No, that was another driver that Tony Stewart ran over, wasn't it?
Yes.
That wasn't that guy had gotten out of the car.
Yeah, and very doped up on marijuana. But yes, don't ever walk on oncoming traffic when cars are going like 50 miles an hour. Not smart.
Probably not.
Especially when the track isn't lit up that well. But yeah, so to those people who left early, into Ray and Peyton who were thinking about that, you people are my pest of the week.
Deservedly so.
Yes.
Because I don't like the idea of leaving early. Like there's so many people that like their whole plan of like parking and everything is we got to be able to get out. I say park, take your medicine. It's gonna be a while before you get out. It's just part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy it. Enjoy people watching because that can be fun. You can see some, especially at a NASCAR event in Iowa. I bet you could see some people.
We saw people.
I mean, going to the state fair and watching my girl here singing, like, I remember sitting in a restaurant and just people watching for a while. I'm sure people looked at me the same way because I'm nothing to look at, but
you're just Cody.
Exactly. There were some people out there that yep, I don't know what else to say about them, but just stay at the event. Stay to the end. You're not saving that much time.
No, you're not. I mean, in all honesty, because some people probably have the same idea that you do, and it's not going to help. It's just not.
I mean, shoot, the other day, China was talking about just walking to his car and grabbing something, and on his walk there, the game ended. That he was just going to get something from his car to come back, but it was a high school baseball game, and I think Cresco got 10 runned.
Okay, I gotcha.
But
yeah,
I mean,
still. Yeah, again, if they would have actually have pulled the trigger and done that, I would have said, okay, just go.
Just go.
Just go. You're dead to me. Just go.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
I'd have came got you.
Thank you. You would have driven 3 hours to come get me?
Why not? If I could have gone to what's the barbecue place I really like there? Oh, I can't remember.
Where's it at? Is it in like Des Moines or is it in Altoona? Is it Jethro's?
No, it's not Jethro's. I do like Jethro's, but there's one.
Okay. Hey.
Do you know where the Harley Davidson shop is? That's shaped like a barn, just on the kind of like near West Des Moines, I believe.
I'm trying to think if we saw that.
Maybe that's Altoona. God, it's gonna hit me, but it's fantastic. Best wings I've ever had.
Nice. Hey, I will say though, speaking of Jethro's, so we ate there on Saturday night, and we actually saw there was a driver that was there.
Oh, nice.
Ross Chastain. He drove the number 1 Busch Light car that was painted like
a
cornfield, or like
okay.
You see that on the Busch Light cans.
Yep.
I tried to anonymously buy him a beer, but the bartender said he wasn't drinking. Which I understand. But I figured, we'll give her a shot. Shot in the dark. And actually, the Sam Mayer, the guy who won on Saturday, his pit crew was actually there.
Oh, that's awesome.
He didn't celebrate, so that was pretty sweet.
Smoky D's. That's the name of the barbecue place.
I gotcha.
Fantastic.
So yeah, that was my weekend. Oh, and at one point I was $100 up at the casino, like 5 minutes.
Nice. Prairie Meadows.
Yeah, we actually did. We went and watched a horse race because haven't done that before at all, and where we actually got to stand outside by the finish line.
Oh, nice.
It looked like the Kentucky Derby. There's a 3-wide finish.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet, and the horse that we thought won initially didn't win.
Oh, really?
There was a horse that was charging hard on the outside, and like kind of came out of nowhere, and I thought that was the one that won, but nah, I think it was the one that was barely leading coming into the stretch.
Okay. They're very close races a lot of the times.
Yeah, and I'd never watched one before, so it was, or at least in person.
Right, I've only seen them on TV, but
yeah,
I've been to Prairie Meadows. We just never went to a horse race, I guess. What other sports? Oh, well, of course, the NHL Stanley Cup Finals is going on. My Panthers took a demanding 3-0 lead and have now lost 2 in a row in epic fashion.
Cody, what's the panic meter at right now on a scale from 1 to 10? Where are we at?
I'm gonna say about a 4.
Okay, that's
not too bad.
Yeah,
I
mine would be probably at an 8, but that's just because I get anxious when stuff like that's
so
how my mind is wired.
I think at the end of game 5 game 4 didn't bother me too much, even though it was a blowout. They lost 8-1, but I wasn't terribly worried just because of the fact that I don't think that they played that hard. Like, they just didn't look like they were Panthers. Now the problem is, how do you get back from that? And the first period of last night's game, they were reminiscent of game 4. But in the second period, they kind of stepped it up a little bit, played a lot better. Third period, they played really well, but they ultimately lost 5-3 with one last-second empty net goal.
Yeah, by Connor McDavid, who is playing on God level right now. I will say though, that save that Matthew Tkachuk had on the open empty netter. Oh,
incredible!
Awesome. Well,
if they'd have scored after that.
Yeah, well, when rewatching that back, whoever in the heck was Florida's defenseman whoever in the heck was running stride for stride with McDavid there, as soon as Tkachuk dove to make the save, he gave up. He didn't go back to fight McDavid at all. And
no, he just gave it to him. That's what gave him the empty netter.
Yeah, because could you imagine?
I'm surprised that he didn't knock that post over though. I'm surprised that.
Yeah, that the net stayed in.
When he, yeah.
Yeah, because how many times do you see it where it's just slightly bumped and it goes off the little post or the peg that they got? And yeah, Matthew Tkachuk.
If he does that, then they have to. Yeah, he hit it hard.
Yeah, then they have to reset, and then. Yeah.
Then you don't know what's happening. Then they probably keep their goalie in there because it's right there.
Mm-hmm. Well, and now Game 6 is Friday, I believe.
Yep.
Back in Edmonton.
In Edmonton.
Oh.
Canada's it's gonna be nuts. I have faith though.
If Florida wins
if it goes
the cup there, they're going to burn Edmonton to the ground.
Yeah. That would be crazy. That's what I'm hoping happens.
Yeah.
He is that. McDavid is fantastic. He's something to watch.
He might win the Conn Smythe, which is the playoffs MVP, even as the losing player. And I think the last time that happened was maybe 2006.
Okay.
It was early 2000s, I believe. So it has happened before.
That's a weird concept to me, but
yeah, it'd be and this has happened once or twice before. It'd be like the Super Bowl MVP being on the losing side.
That has happened.
Yeah. I want to say somebody for Dallas, in the early Super Bowls, maybe Super Bowl 8. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. Yeah, somebody for Dallas, I want to say won MVP on a losing effort.
That's insane.
And I think it's the only time it's happened. Okay. Chuck Howley is the only player to win Super Bowl MVP award while playing for the losing team Super Bowl 5 in 1967. Yeah, he was a linebacker for Dallas. Intercepted 2 passes and forced a fumble in the Cowboys' 16-13 loss to the Baltimore Colts in Johnny Unitas.
Wow.
Yeah. But like I said, that was Super Bowl 5, and we're almost 60, so it hasn't happened in over 50 years.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
That's still insane.
I know. But again, if there's one person that...
Sorry, past my bedtime.
Oh, it's good. If there's one person that might deserve it, it is.
See, what else has happened?
Boston Celtics won the NBA title.
Ooh, that's right. I didn't watch any of that.
I know. I didn't watch a lot of the final. I watched a lot of some of the other playoff games, but I don't know. The finals were just kind of meh in a sense. I mean, Boston was by far and away the best team in the league this year, so kudos to them. And the sad thing is they're actually set up to go on a little run here because the majority of their core is under contract for like next 5 years.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like Boston sports, but
I don't think anybody does. I saw a video of some Boston fans that were, when the clock hit 0 and Boston finally won the title, and they were just kind of high fiving each other, but it looked like something that I would see if Anders Carlson made a field goal. I'd be reacting or something like that.
Just another title,
or when Iowa gets a first down. Actually, no,
that's a bigger deal.
We might celebrate that even more. That's true. I did see. I think Boston now has officially more titles than Deacon Hill's completion percentage last year. I think his completion percentage was 18, and now, or maybe 17-6 or something like that. And now Boston has won title number 18. Good for them. And somehow Deacon Hill found a college to go play for. Good for him.
Yeah, which kind of burns me because that was a team I used to play with on NCAA.
What team?
College football. Not playing with them again.
I don't know. What team was it? What team did he go to?
Utah State, didn't he?
No, Peters went to Utah State.
No, Pete. That was okay.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, I think he might have went to Utah Tech, maybe, or something like that. Deacon Hill might have, but
okay.
Yeah, no. Peters went to Jordan Love's neck of the woods.
That's true.
Cody, and speaking of Jordan Love, do you have anything else you want to touch on at all?
Other sports. I don't really have any wrestling news.
Okay.
I saw Inter Miami won again tonight, but I haven't been keeping up on them at all, so I shouldn't have even mentioned it.
Hey, but good for them. Good for them for getting the dub.
Yeah. Let's see. I know that, actually, you know what? I do have a little bit of wrestling news. This last week, I'm going to say it's probably the number one recruiting class of all time is the sophomores. They just got opened up to talk to be able to get contacted this last week, and Bo Bassett and Anthony Knox, and there's 3 or 4 of them that are just superstars. Jack something Blaze, it's going to be really fun to watch them getting recruited. I'd say Bo Bassett's probably the number 1 guy people are going after, even though he's the number 2 recruit overall. He's probably more sought after than anybody because I don't know, there's something, he has an aura about him, and he actually is he said he opened up his recruiting class and he started a board where he has every team, a picture of him in the middle, and then it has every team in it. And he said, I'm opening my recruiting up to everybody, I'm not taking anybody off. But then he's I'm going to knock it down. 7 teams per week are just going to disappear from this list. And so it's going to be kind of fun watching that transpire every Wednesday. He's going to take 17. He took his first 7 off, but I didn't read which ones they were. It wasn't anybody noteworthy that was out of the running yet. Iowa, Penn State, Oklahoma State, Wisconsin.
Dogs, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
So it'll be a fun one to watch. And he's a sophomore going into his junior year, so he's got some time. But he's already he wrestles. Well, he wrestled in the Olympic qualifiers, so he's got a great future ahead of him. It'll be really fun to watch.
Okay. And where does he go to school at?
It's in Pennsylvania. It's a wrestling school. I mean, it's.
I gotcha.
Yeah, and the dude has an insane work ethic. He posts a picture of himself working out every morning before 5 a.m. Every morning he's Flow Wrestling did a little thing on him showing him working out at him getting up at 4:48. They showed up his house and he was in the basement running laps and getting ready, biking, running drills with some teammates that he's gotten into wrestling with him. Blair Academy, I think is what his wrestled for.
Okay.
Had to just not think about it to think of it.
Okay. I don't know.
He's
kudos to him
insanely
to
good.
be able to have that type of regimen, because I don't know how people can continually get up that early, like not for work wise, but just for like a workout wise and stuff like that.
Yeah, to go out there and bust your butt for a few hours every morning.
Yeah.
And the dude's a sophomore. He's been doing it for 6 years.
Dang.
That's some dedication.
Yeah, it is. Maybe we should have been dedicated like that, Cody.
We are to podcasting.
That is true. That is true.
We're going to be dedicated to talking about people that do that.
That's true. Kind of like, I guess I'll ask you. Do you want to talk about football?
I thought you'd never ask.
So we don't really have a lot of football news. I mean,
No.
Not yet. We're still going to wait till our quarterbacks get paid. But
Yes.
that might be put on hold for a little bit because another quarterback just got paid a little bit.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence.
Good old Sunshine. Let's see. I'm looking at the contract right now because I want to get this right.
No.
Yeah. 5 years, $275 million to old Sunshine, up to $282.5 million.
200 of it's guaranteed, right? I think it was around that area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
142 of it is fully guaranteed at signing.
That's a boatload of money.
Yeah, it just means that Jordan Love and Tua's
And Dak
just went up.
And
That's right.
Dak.
Dallas can pay Dak out. Like they can pay him $100
That's fine.
per year.
But just being real, those are the three guys right now that are watching every other quarterback get paid, and are like, well, he got that much, I'm getting more.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like the Packers and Love are going to get their deal done before training camp, which starts.
I think
about a month.
That's the word on the street with the Dolphins too.
Well, and I wonder, do they? I think there's a certain date they have to get it done by, since they're entering the last year of their contracts, right?
Those two, yes.
Okay.
Or is Dak, which is crazy to me that like Lawrence, their team must have just been like, the Jaguars must have done it. Let's do this before Tua and Love, because
Yeah.
he's the next year's draft class, but
Yep. And
he just got paid first.
And about the only one from that draft class that's going to get paid.
Yes.
Because everybody
Say
else
hello,
is,
Kitty.
Kitty. Because everybody else is either on different teams or, they're all on different teams basically.
Yeah.
Between Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, Justin Fields. My gosh.
That's insane.
Yeah. But yeah, no, good for Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I'm curious on how he does this year, because the Jags were like the number one seed in the AFC for a brief time, and then they went out of the playoffs.
I mean, he does have a playoff win, so
That is true. A big playoff win.
big playoff win.
Big comeback playoff win.
Yep.
Now, how much pressure do you think is... Oh, look at Kitty. How much pressure do you think is on Doug Peterson now?
I think there's got to be a lot. You just paid a guy. I mean, by the time you have to do something soon, because otherwise that quarterback.
Oh, Cody, you're muted. I can't hear 2 words you're saying. There we go.
Better.
Better.
He's got to do something soon, because that quarterback contract is going to be eating up a lot of your payroll.
Yep, and that's why I'm hoping with the Packers that they get Love's contract done now, and they can just front load every living daylights out of that contract. Like probably starting like next year, and then that way when they can pay everybody else when they need to as time goes along.
Yeah, I don't know how this is sustainable in the NFL.
I don't think it is, unless if the salary cap takes one massive jump, like $100 million jump or something like that, where now then
That's
Like,
still
these guys
like,
aren't eating up 50% of the cap.
even I was gonna say though, even if a 100 million jump in cap, 55 million is still a large portion of what is it right now? Two
It's two
two
something.
yeah, 225. I don't remember what it is. But like going up to 325, $55 million is still a sixth of that for one of your 53 players.
Yeah, it is a crazy, crazy world we live in where these guys get paid all this money. Yeah, base cap is 255 mil.
Okay, so put that up to 355 mil.
Yeah,
It's
still...
55 million of it. I mean, you have 300 mil for the if you've got one player making 55 million, then you have 300 to go between the other 50.
Mm-hmm.
50, because I don't think it's a weird way, because there's 53 men on a roster, but like the top 50 are count against the salary. It's a weird.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not smart enough to understand how all that works.
No, but like it's every player wants to be the highest paid player at their position. Like this,
I mean,
every contract is always going to get bigger. It has been doing that for the last ever since the NFL started.
Like, if you were making $50 million a year, I would want to make $50 million and 1 cent. That's how.
Yes, that's how.
Are wired.
That's how it works. That's how it's been working for decades. It's just not sustainable. I don't know what's going to happen, but
Well, what's going to happen is that players are going to still get jealous, as we've seen across all sports, and yeah, then the fun. That's where the real fun begins.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of fun. Oh, go ahead.
I already hate seeing it. Like, Jettis just got paid.
Yep.
Well, now players that are already under contract, like Tyreek, they want to renew their contract to get paid more because, well, I'm as good as him. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not pay me like him? But like, none of these guys are going to give up money if they play poorly. I mean, that's just not. I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. They deserve to make the money they make in a sense because the owners are making a lot more.
Mm-hmm. Well, and again, they're entertainers. I mean, if you look at like take Taylor Swift for example, look at all the money she's making.
Yep.
It's like, does she really need to be making all that money? But she's generating all that revenue. It's like what all the players are doing.
It's exactly that. It's a really complicated system, and I don't know how you fix it, but I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I know. I think we all will. That's why it's continually the highest rated reality show on TV every freaking year.
God, I love it.
I do too. Hey, Cody.
I complain about it a lot.
Oh, we all do. But hey, 4 weeks, my friend. 4 weeks.
Can't wait.
College football 25 is reborn.
I've seen some people talking about it's pretty good.
I've heard that too. I've heard you can during the recruiting process you can DM recruits. Time to slide into some DMs.
That's gonna be a weird time.
Yes, it is. Oh, but it's gonna be so awesome.
Who are you picking? Because me and you are gonna start a league that just me and you in it, or Dynasty.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't know. It varies every day. I got it.
Mine is too. I want to say Hawaii, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do some digging on some uniforms too. I want nice uniforms on a crappy team.
I want uniforms. I want like any of the little traditions that they have, like just even little rivalry. Who can play for the best rivalry game trophy? I want the little things possible.
I think me and you both agree, though, we're not taking a team in a power conference.
Oh, heck no. That's why the more and more I keep leaning toward it, I want to go to the MAC. I want some weeknight MACtion.
Nice.
Or I want to go to the Fun Belt. Like, part of me wants to go to UTEP because they're in Conference USA, but it's just there's nothing fun with Conference USA.
No.
It's not. Hey, we could join the Pac-2.
That's a Power 5. That's a Power 5 conference, Andy.
Oh, that is true. It's still considered that. Forgot about that. No matter how much it's almost dead.
It is. Doesn't have time. It's on its last breaths.
Hey, we could try to be miracle workers. We could try to make Iowa's offense be like number 1 in the country. I know they're a Power 5 team, but can you work that?
Maybe we can get them. No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think God Himself could revitalize that.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there.
You know what the funny thing? Before we wrap up tonight, Iowa fans, like, I'm an Iowa fan, but like, to think that Brian Ferentz was the only issue with that offense and thinking that getting rid of him is going to like just, you're in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, I mean, I think they got rid of half of the problem, half of the last name. I think it's time to get rid of the other one too. Just my personal opinion. I know that it's an unpopular opinion among Iowa people because Kirk Ferentz is like a god, but it's just time.
But like, Kirk Ferentz, he's done a great job. He's a great guy. He's a great coach. He's great at everything. Mm-hmm. He just hasn't changed with the game, but he doesn't have the name recognition that the previous coach had still.
That Hayden Fry had?
I don't think he has the recognition that Hayden Fry did. And I think he's done it longer.
I think you're right.
But like, I literally saw a guy wearing a Hayden Fry shirt yesterday that wouldn't have even been alive when Hayden Fry was playing or coaching.
Yeah, you're right. He just like Hayden Fry just has that aura when you say the name. And I don't know, maybe that'll happen with Kirk when he eventually moves on. Maybe it's just one of those things too. But I think you're right. I don't think it'll be up there with how Hayden Fry is.
No, he won't be remembered the same way.
No.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's been a great coach, and like the nice thing about him is there hasn't been a lot of controversy. Like,
no, there's only maybe been one or two. That's about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it Iowa football will be interesting this year. You keep hearing how new the offense is going to be and everything. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah. I'm still not that high on Cade
McNamara. I'm excited for my UNI Panthers.
There is a reason Michigan got rid of him.
State quarterback Luke Falk as our OC now.
Oh no!
So he's going to bring the Mike Leach air raid to Cedar Falls. That makes you pretty happy.
Did you have any issues with me there?
Yeah, you froze just for a brief second.
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying about I'm happy because Luke Falk, former Mike Leach quarterback of Washington State, is going to be UNI's OC.
So nice.
We're bringing the air raid to Cedar Falls, and I love the air raid.
I know you do like the air raid.
I love to pass to set up more passing.
I like power football.
Oh, that's good.
I might use Kirk Ferentz's offense when I play.
Run, pass, punt.
Yeah, except for I might throw it in. I might run, punt, and then
okay. Hey,
nobody will expect to punt on third down.
Punting is winning. Don't you forget it. Now, Cody, when you were younger, like when you guys were just playing like touch football in the yard, did you guys ever do any punting or anything?
Oh yeah.
Or was it just okay? You guys said okay. We said you always went for it on fourth down.
In games I don't. Football. Oh yeah, we always went for it. Okay, I'm thinking like we would like to kick the ball around, like see who could punt it the best. Okay. I think we do a lot of punts for kickoffs, but there was no.
Okay, I gotcha.
No, there's theories on that. There statistically, you go for it every time. I don't care if it's 4th and 99. Go for it.
I know that's my philosophy the whole time. But the reason I bring that up, you ready to head into our top 5 this week?
I am. Top 5.
So our top 5 is brought to you by Lick Tag Lawn Care. Once I can pull it up here. Yeah, Lick Tags, landscaping company. They specialize in complete lawn maintenance and health, snow and ice control, and small engine repairs. Because, Cody, I don't know if you know this or not, but we're getting a lot of rain, so that brings a lot of time to have to mow your lawn.
Yes, I have mowed more this year than I have in the last couple years combined, I think.
Yeah, it's always a fun time. So if you are a person who needs their lawn mowed, just not by yourself and not by us, because I wouldn't be able to get the lawnmower to any other place. I don't know about you, but
No.
give the boys at Lick Tags a call at 1-641-330-1927, and they will set you on your way.
Perfect. All right. So what are our top 5 this week? Summer day activities. I'd say it was how I had to word that.
Because I believe we are officially in summer now, right? I think we're saying summer. Actually, summer begins tomorrow.
I think tomorrow. So
the
perfect
20th.
Timing.
Yeah.
Yes. Uh-oh.
Oh. I don't like when you say uh-oh.
No, I got it. All right. Okay. So, as a kid growing up, what were your favorite things to do in the summer? My number 5 for me, I'm going to say, is going to the park. I remember going to Phelps Park with a babysitter a lot, or just a little part of the park down the road from me. Love taking my kids to it. Letting them run around on Jungle Gym, sliding down that hot slide and burning your tuchus.
Oh, I remember those days. That was you did it once, and then I was like, okay, I'm good. Then you always just try to find the other, make sure that the other slide wasn't taken if there was another one.
Yeah, those metal slides. Whoo, they baked.
Yeah. Oh,
God, I had a lot of fun there. Phelps Park in Decorah was a fantastic one. They had that fountain too.
Oh, yep. I think I've been to Phelps Park a few times.
Yeah. It's a nice one.
Okay, so my number 5, I'm just gonna go with. We always used to ride our bikes around, like even just like family riding their bikes around and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And it's just, so especially during the summer, nice day. Try not to get hit by cars, and then like if it was me and my brothers that were riding, you always have to race to like each stop sign or whatever. Because ultra competitive here. So.
Oh yeah. Anything you can make into a competition, you had to.
Yeah.
100%. My number 4 is, I remember as a kid, we got a lot of free movie passes.
Ooh. Okay.
So going to the movies, and actually I'm gonna throw it up one. When I was in Spirit Lake, they had a drive-in theater. So going to a drive-in theater in the summer on a summer night, that was fun.
That does actually sound pretty fun.
I do love a movie theater.
So my number 4 is actually going to be what your number 5 is going to the park.
Nice.
Just, again, it's always fun getting to go down, like even like kind of the newer ones, or at the time the newer ones, like that had even just a little rock climbing wall and stuff, which you always climb, or the jungle gym type deal, like what do you want to call it? Like it's basically like a big like cage type deal where you'd always try to climb up to the top.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Oh, those are always fun. Or just always trying to climb the outside of like the slide, like a big swirly slide. Like you always try to climb the outside up.
Yeah, I did that when we took my kids to it the other day, and I got yelled at because then my kids tried to do the same.
Yeah, they're just imitating Dad. That's it. I see no
problem
with that.
Turns out that I am not always the best influence.
Nice. Okay, what do you got next?
Water gun fight or balloon.
Ooh, okay.
I loved, dude. It was the coolest thing to have a big water gun when you're a kid. Like you always wanted the biggest, baddest one on the planet.
Yep.
They were so much fun. And then water balloons at the same time, just with the hose, whatever, just spraying each other with water. Trying not to get injured.
Oh yeah. Oh, those are fun times.
Yeah.
So my number 3, it's going to be kind of tied in with my number 4 to an extent. It's just a good old fashioned game of tag, like especially around the park, like tag or even just hide and go seek. Like especially when you're just running around the like just some of the slides, or you're trying to climb, or just you're trying to time. Okay, how can you get down the slide before they're coming all the way around, or is it better to just hop down from like what seemed like a very tall place to jump from? It's always a fun time.
I miss those days. I'm glad I get to relive them with the kids.
Yeah, I bet.
My number 2 is fan favorite of going to an ice cream shop.
Ooh,
It's always a special treat to go to Whippy Dip in Decorah. And their now Sugar Bowl is actually fantastic. Or back in the day, we had Dairy Queen.
okay. Yeah, in Cresco, we never really had anything quite like that. We had Suzy Q's, I guess, where you can go get ice cream and stuff, but we didn't have a set ice cream place like the Whippy Dip. Okay,
but I remember a lot of my cousins coming to Decorah. I remember a lot of my cousins and stuff that lived in Cresco coming to Decorah to go to the Whippy Dip. So it's a local favorite.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. My number 2. I'm gonna go with just the old backyard baseball or backyard football games. That you play with either kids just around or like your buddies and stuff. Those are always some of my favorite times. You're basically playing baseball from sun up till sundown, or basketball or even football. Fun. Like you're playing anything like that. Oh, those are fun. Those are freaking fun times. Okay, who's numero uno?
It's fun to reminisce. Number 1 is the pool. Mm-hmm. Going to the pool is without a doubt the best thing to do this. On a hot day, getting to jump into the pool, beam each other with whatever water ball you have, just going off the high dive, going off the low dives, trying to look like the biggest idiot, jumping, doing a belly flop, whatever. Love that. Still love it. I love the pool. I love swimming. I'm not a great swimmer, but I love it.
See, okay, so I'm going to agree with you for my number 1, but mine's more of just an actual like big water park type deal, like not just a normal swimming pool. I love going to the water park during the summer, just like because you have a million different slides to go down.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have the lazy river, which you can just kind of just chill in.
Do you love a lazy river?
Or a good old hot tub after you've had a fun day in the pool, just relax and then call her good. But I love any place with a big water slide. Like those are always the funnest places. Especially the ones that it's a good one because it always has such a long line, and you just end up waiting in there for it's kind of like in Grown Ups, like when they're getting, except you can't find the secret passage to go down, but it's just that long of a line. But yeah, pool days and water park days definitely fun days. Yes,
they are. They're the best. If you ever want to go to a really fun one in the area, to any parents that are listening, I know Decorah is good, but obviously, and splash pads are becoming a bigger thing. Those are fun. There's one in Harmony and Elma. Those are both really good. I know Spirit Lake had one that I saw kids at once in a while when I drive by. But the swimming pool in Spring Grove, Minnesota is so much fun for kids. It's ridiculous. It's got multiple slides. It's got, multiple, it's got like a splash pad type thing going on. Mm-hmm. It's got slides where you actually have like a 4-foot drop into the water from them. So Abby absolutely loved it, and she went down slides all day long. Got 2 or 3 good ones, so
nice.
Highly recommend that one.
Have you ever been in any of the water slides that have like a little trap door from underneath you where you just like fall down?
No, I want to. I want to so bad.
Like I think it's about like 10 years ago. It's whenever Adam Scott had his massive collapse at the British Open to Ernie Els. That's the only reason why I remember what the time period of it was. Because I think it happened that day. But we went to Wisconsin Dells, and one of the water slides that they had there had like the whole trap door where the bottom just drops from underneath, and you have like this massive drop. Yep. And oh boy, my heart was beating a lot going up there, just because Yeah, your nerves are cranking pretty
Oh
high.
yeah. Wrong lever.
Yeah. Hey, I will say, piggybacking or going back to your, I think it was your number 2, the whole water gun fighting and stuff. Like, do you remember always as a kid, just always trying to find the biggest super soaker known to man?
Oh yeah. The bigger the better. Didn't care if I could carry it or not. I wanted it to be as big as possible. Like you'd see kids with ones on like a backpack, holding all the water. Like that was the dream.
Again, it was the intimidation factor too. You wanted to get the biggest thing possible to show off to your friends, and like, yeah, you guys are all gonna die here. It's like this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss those days. Those were fun. Cody, can you create a time machine so we can go back?
No doubt.
So yeah. So
on that note,
yeah. On that note, you got anything else you want to speak of at all?
Go Panthers.
Yes, we cannot let Canada be happy, even if we have any Canadian viewers here. But we cannot let Canada be happy.
No, that'd be miserable. Then we got. Let's see. Do you have any comedy shows coming up or anything? Most of the podcasts I listen to, they talk about their comedy, the stand-up comedy that they have going on.
Let's see. No, I got nothing. I'm not that funny. I can't do it.
Just remember that fullbacks are people too.
Yes, sir. And just make sure, like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your pets, tell everybody to give us a follow. And on that note, we will see you next week.
Deuces.